How's it going, guys? My name is Alex.
Good evening.
And welcome. Yes, I am back, and this is big news because my channel was hacked. I will make a dedicated video about that and how I managed to return it. I appreciate you all for supporting me through this time and all your comments. I definitely missed you guys as well. And the big news is that Konami is introducing so much new stuff. For instance, they just announced that they're gonna be adding controller support for mobile devices. They announced Master League, a special mode where you develop players and play a full season, where people have been demanding for Konami to add that mode, and they promised it for many years. And they also talked about info on servers and edit mode as well, so let's jump into that video. So this is a special eFootball Connect event where Konami is just not releasing it live, but they released a 30-minute video where they cover everything in the new update, which will be released tomorrow on Thursday, on February the 5th. And there is a lot to talk about, and I'm gonna be just scrolling right into the most interesting parts. I'll be leaving the link in the description if you want to watch the full thing, but there's absolutely no need because I'll cover everything. First and foremost, the biggest update is that they promised recently, back in the day, like I think in Football 22, there was like a roadmap where they promised that you can play on console and on mobile. It could be a cross-play. They only managed to create a crossplay between different consoles and PC, which was insane achievement according to the developers that are presenting here. But they talked about the cross-platform between mobile and consoles isn't really in the works right now. It won't come anytime soon, just because of differences in mechanics and, of course, differences in all the subtleties that are available on console compared to mobile. For instance, on console you can control the goalkeeper, you can stop the blitz scorers this way, you can switch to a player easier, there is more skill moves and more animations, and obviously it would be unfair to play against a mobile user. On the other hand, mobile users, their matches are shorter and so on and so forth. The best part, over here at the first minute, they are showing how exactly the controller is connected to the device. So 4 minute 50, there you go. This is the best part. So a controller, I mean, I don't know, maybe any controller will work, but they're showing, I think, PlayStation controller, because it's also a Japanese company, I guess. So this is definitely costly. It costs, I would say, around $50. So if you really want, you can add that. I will definitely be testing that tomorrow on stream, if I have electricity, of course, for that. But the idea is that you probably will be feeling a completely different experience. And also it's a little bit nicer to have entire phone or entire tablet at your disposal without covering half of the screen with your fingers. And of course, the mechanics of the controller, you may need some time to get used to it. So there you go. He's connecting the device. This is the person, he's an ambassador, community ambassador of Konami. Well, I have questions to him because he never mentioned Smart Assist as a thing. That is just so annoying, and it literally everyone who is like self-respecting individual who is playing this game just doesn't want this thing to be in the game, or at least create a filter for that. But now you can see the gameplay, mobile gameplay, played on a controller. And he's playing against AI, I think. He's trying to control a player, conceded some shots, and scored the goal as well himself. So yeah, this is just a very fun experience. I don't even think that there is another football simulator ever on mobile where you could have used the controller. I might be wrong though, but this is just very nice. This is definitely, they promised a minor update tomorrow, but they are updating the controller support, which is big, of course. Over here, the developers are covering the edit mode, and that is the coveted mode where you could change the logos, change the names of the teams, change the names of the players, their appearances, and all of that were like people were creating patches and edits where you could just download that and use it, and you could pretty much play with Chelsea or Real Madrid and in authentic kits, or at least they were resembling authentic kits very much. But Konami is just saying that they had an edit data function. And this was back in the day when there wasn't really such strict copyright laws. Unfortunately, they cannot really add that anymore, just because they want to go into this path of obtaining more licenses. So they're promising some new licenses, but they are afraid probably of lawsuits. Yeah, so this is probably why edit mode won't be appearing, but he's saying it will be difficult to add edit mode to the game. It's not in the plans. but he just promised a little bit of an idea where you can play around with that. You understand, we'll continue to put effort into adding new licenses. What if I can give team an original name? Would that be hard to stop in the future? So for instance, you don't want to play for Madrid Chamartín B, you want to play with Real Madrid. Can you change the name of Real Madrid? And that was a really interesting, vague answer. It might be possible to add some things. So at least something, right? I want to play maybe not with the, like, I don't know. I want to play with West Ham, not like whatever it is called, London RN or whatever it is called. So there you go. And finally, the biggest news is the Master League. So over here, they are covering Master League, and apparently Konami remembers about that. They never mentioned that about since, like, I think 2022. And now they're remembering that Master League is a thing, and they talk about the feedback of community. Well, it's interesting that they actually are now listening to community out of sudden. Well, I hope they always do that. But they incorporate Master League to eFootball. They'll be presenting that in April. I'm not sure if that's going to be released in April. It will be an offline mode, and there are some screenshots of that event. That will be a special mode, right? So you can, of course, play football and develop your players and train them and maybe have like press conferences. But there is really nothing to talk about because the screenshot that they shown is just Castolo, that iconic player that you used to use in past series. He's just celebrating over here. And over here, you can see how the game plan looks. So it looks like a regular game plan in a football. And then over here, you can see that the players that you have may unlock some hidden talents, right? And something may happen. You may develop your players. You may sign new players. I don't know what exactly is going to be happening there. They're not really revealing much. They're going to be promising an update in April. So this moderate injury, so there you go. There could be some injuries to your players. And this is all concerning the Master League. Over here, they're also committing to adding some new servers. In Thailand in particular, they obviously understand the connection problem that many people are facing. I would say most of the problems, especially on mobile devices, probably are because your connection most of the time or connection of your opponent. So maybe matchmaking could be improved so that if you have good internet, you're matched with someone who has equally good internet and you're not experiencing bad connection. That would be interesting because he is talking about script. He is asking them, I want to ask you about the so-called script. Does a thing like called, like, never, I think, in jest or jokingly, I talked about script in the game, maybe when it was like start of my channel, because it was like such a buzzword back in the day, because I felt like it can bring attention to my videos, but I never really thought that I'm losing to a game to a script. It is the biggest problem right now, which probably replaced that script complaints, is Smart Assist. And it's unfortunate that during these 25 minutes, never a Smart Assist filter or anything that is connected to Smart Assist was mentioned. So Alex from Future here, apparently they mentioned about Smart Assist. So everything I was talking about Smart Assist, berating Konami for not recognizing that this is a problem. Apparently there will be a separation. It will happen only in summer 2026, so we'll have to bear with it for another half a year. We added Smart Assist feature so that more users, including beginners, can easily experience the fun and exhilaration of football matches. We are currently receiving wide-ranging feedback from users regarding Smart Assist, and we will continue to look into further updates. But the best part, from summer of 2026, we are planning to test PvP matches that will allow users to limit matchmaking to whoever is playing with Smart Assist turned either on or off. But the problem is that you can still turn on the Smart Assist mid-game. So that's what people are doing. Massive frauds if you're doing that. Like, you're losing a game, you feel like, I can't lose. I mean, I need to win at any whatever it takes. And then what you do, you turn on Smart Assist. You naughty, naughty boy. And Konami is just saying that somehow you'll be able to not matchmake with people who are using Smart Assist. So, I don't know, man. We'll continue to examine ways to build an ideal environment that allows all users to enjoy themselves freely. Well, that's good news, at least. Yeah, he mentioned about script, and they radically just rejected all these accusations about existence of script in the game, which I mean, you can have an opinion about that. They're saying that there is something, right? We want to shout loudly. There is no such thing as script in the game. Okay, fair enough. Well, but they also acknowledged that there is a problem with manual switching. Sometimes you don't want to pass in the direction where the ball goes, or like there is some kind of switching problems, and they're gonna be improving on the mechanics of the game, right? So this is good that they are acknowledging that there is problem in the game, but they're never mentioning Smart Assist, which just actually changes the way the entire game flows. Sometimes it feels like even your gameplay is affected. So unfortunately, this is pretty sad, because it just creates an environment which is not fair for one of the users who is not using Smart Assist, and you're gonna go through, like, I mean, whole range of emotions while playing against such a user, because you know how to block the pass, and then out of a sudden they play in lofted pass, and you know that it's not their idea, not their thinking, and obviously Konami knows what the best solution in a certain situation is, and they're gonna be giving your opponent the best passes. Everyone, it feels like, have visionary and phenomenal pass. They just pass through the like without their face turned to the player or direction of the pass, and it just works out for them somehow. Stunning shots just change from regular shots to stunning shots out of sudden, and just a goal. I feel like this is just I feel like the direction, right, the revenue that they are getting after they introduce Smart Assist is just such creating such an environment where they just don't want to ruin. So I don't know why they didn't even address a filter, right, where if I don't want to play against a Smart Assist user, I can set it to off, matchmaking with Smart Assist users off, and I can play against real people. If I wish to play against AI, I can go to offline mode and do that. But unfortunately, they never mentioned that. Also, there was an interesting question again about Players of the Week. This community ambassador talked about Players of the Week being a little bit underwhelming, given that you probably have all the legendary cards, and back in the day, featured cards were just as overpowered as some iconic moment players or like legends in the game. And you could have equally used like a featured card, like a Player of the Week card back in the day, it was called differently, and in your team. But now it's mostly people are using legends. Can you please add some additional overpowered skills or something to Player of the Week cards so that they are appealing and we can use them in the Football League again? And they promised something vaguely that they may just do that. And that is pretty much it. So here's also at the end, I don't know, it's kind of odd question, if you can add more slots to players so that you can store, like, I don't know, I have 600 players and I have such a wide range of players and I don't really feel a problem with that. You can buy additional slots with GPs, up to 1,000 I think, but this ambassador was like, had such an affection to every player, he didn't discard anyone, and he feels like that's a big problem with the game, which needs to be fixed, and one of the developers just mentioned that they may as well just do that. So that has been the video. This is obviously nice, it's nice direction, obviously addition of controller support is very welcomed, but I just don't think that this is what this game is gonna be moving it into, like achieving some incredible heights and beating the competition. It just has its niche, licenses, they may just add a new license or two. There can be interest in Master League, but if it's going to be fully offline, right, as they mentioned, will it be just as successful? Will it be able to compete with friends or like just boast your achievements or maybe play it together? I don't know. It could be interesting to play it online. And then edit mode is not a thing, so you cannot really change, I don't know, whatever. A Juventus team and kit, and you're playing with Lombardia RN. So this is a little bit underwhelming. But that has been the video. I appreciate you tuning in, and if you want to support the channel, drop a like. There's a feature called Boost. I don't know what is that. I mean, while I was absent, apparently you can boost a video now, and just boost the video if you want. It just costs nothing. You can get this boost from, I think, just watching the videos. And I'll post probably a new video tomorrow, hopefully go live on stream, and talk about the hacking incident in depth this week too. I'll see you next time.